Finally today, we'll be hearing from Design Automator, a software as a service solution for the security systems industry that automates the engineering process, eliminates human error and delivers system-wide consistency while saving both time and money. Following the presentation, you can join the live Q&A from the link below the video or the Agenda tab.
Hello and welcome to the Design Automator's overview during this IFSEC Tech Talks session. We're absolutely thrilled to be part of this event, and we're not only going to show you how Design Automator can revolutionise the security industry, but also to show you the real and tangible evidence of the value it can bring to your customers and your business. My name is Damien Marsh and I'm the Commercial Director here at Design Automator. Just a bit of an overview about myself and my background. I've always been in building services engineering, started off in controls with HVAC, then progressed to lighting controls, but over the last 20 years I've really thrust myself into the security domain, predominantly around access control, but also with VMS, CCTV, intruders and other systems as well. But I've always had a flair for innovation. That's what stimulates and drives my passion. I started off with Honeywell Building Solutions, with their EBI platform, which provides complete converged solutions using networks and access control, CCTV controls. I then migrated over to access control and heading up the UK division of Assa Abloy, predominantly on the Aperio wireless lock sets. But more recently, I've joined Design Automator around 3 years ago and absolutely thrilled to bits with what the technology is, how it's evolving and how it's really going to change and revolutionise the market. And this is what this overview is all about, so I hope you get some information out of it, and please do ask any questions at the end or get in contact. So having recently just launched our new platform, packed with new features and simplifying the design process even further, I wanted to start by taking you on a technology journey. And before I get into what DA actually is, I needed to address some concerns that have been posed to us in the past, but also really to challenge you with some questions around design, estimating, engineering, project management, programming, and ongoing life cycles. All these disciplines have remained largely unchanged for 2 decades in the security market. Why is that? So who remembers scenes like these then? Masses of design drawings being created by hand, then checked by another human being, modifications being manually completed, and high volumes in skilled labour and resources. This is just the design element, but the same would then apply to estimation right the way through a project lifecycle. So how many times can I remember having AO drawings across my table with highlighter pens, pencils, rulers, calculators, everything that you need to do a security design and takeoff. And then guess what? The phone rings, you take the call, you have a customer dialogue, then you go back to the drawing, and guess what? You've missed off 5 cameras. You've missed off 3 access control doors. Does this sound familiar? So what is Design Automator? Or as we fondly refer to it, as you've heard already, DA. It's a software solution that automates the engineering process, eliminates human error, and delivers system-wide consistency, while saving both time and money. Engineering designed to an error-free, documented system in minutes, not weeks. Created for security professionals, by security professionals. So imagine being able to take the design drawings and produce your takeoffs, to produce pricing information such as bill of quantities, to do system engineering documentation, schematics and layouts, right the way through the process to production of O&M manuals. Well, that's what DA delivers, but it delivers it in a fraction of the time and a much higher degree of accuracy. We have moved away from a traditional, locally hosted software on a PC, and we've transitioned to a cloud-hosted solution. When I say cloud-hosted, I can preempt your questions. Is it secure? Is the platform robust? What about regional limitations? And also, what about upgrades and patches? Don't worry. These are all the questions we've heard before, believe you me. And that is what has led us to our choice in platform, to provide resilience, fail-safe, and global connectivity. Who out there has not used one of these companies? not to mention your bank accounts, schooling apps, or even having food delivered to your door. Cloud providers are touching and simplifying our lives each and every day, making it easy, simple, cost-effective, and reducing the need to actually physically visit a shop or a bank or a cinema, utilising remote connectivity. Hold that thought for now. Our stack is on Microsoft Azure, and as with over 85% of the world's Fortune 500 companies who also use this platform, it results in the exact same level of security, encryption, failsafe, and backup systems in DA, just as it is with theirs. Now let's look at automation. Like with the cloud example, how many of us here today buy a car that's built by hand, go on holiday where a pilot of an aircraft does all the work, or pay bills using cash, cheques, and having to physically take that to a retailer or provider?
No, again we're using automation in our everyday lives, so why not in security? Automation is the future of the industry, and if you're not automating, you are running the risk of getting left behind.
Let us get into the exciting part now and see how automation can revolutionise the industry, your clients and your own businesses using Design Automator. DA is now a vast platform with too many features and functions to cram into this 15-minute session, so we would like to focus on 4 key areas, as these are what we know are the biggest challenges in today's market. They are simplicity, having the ability to do things quickly, easily and accurately. Scalability, whether it's 1, 10, 100 or 1,000 devices, it makes no difference. Efficiency, everybody wants to ensure that they deliver on time and on budget and get the most out of any system that they're using. Sustainability, we have to focus on doing our piece to protect the environment. So by using less packaging, reducing the need for labour on site and speeding up deployment overall are all the key areas from the market that we understand that need to be addressed. So in more detail, let's look at simplicity. We all know that there are sophisticated solutions in the market, many of which need specialist software and specifically trained personnel to operate.
Equally, many manufacturers have some design tools and design software, but for their own product ranges. In the case of an integrator, this could mean 5 or 6 different variants of tools they need to be able to deploy the solutions that they support. Equally, you might need specialist labour to be able to drive that and engineer that software. We know and we understand that at Design Automator, which is why our platform's agnostic. You can pick any device, put that into your DNA and utilise any field component you so require. Equally, we are actually supporting 32 of the global manufacturers of security products, along with 220 variants of those platforms. So I'm sure you'll agree, Design Automator is a one-stop shop, and that, coupled with our drag and drop technology, enables your team to quickly and easily deploy. So not only are you getting a high quality and professional design drawing and a layout, it's actually building the system in the background.
Just upload an image in any format. Select the discipline you want, access control, CCTV or intruder for security, and have the ability to plot other devices in count mode, whether that be a fire detector, an electrical outlet, or a wireless access point, or even a chair. You decide. You can even add in cables, conduit and trunking routes, pipework, whatever you need using the lines and lengths tool, and I will elaborate more on that a little bit later. So once everything in your design is complete, at the push of a button, you can instantly produce your hardware takeoff sheets for all devices on your project. At the push of another button, it is maybe a detailed schedule of rates or bill of quantities that you require. Not a problem. It's ready in seconds. How about the bane of every contractor's life? O&M manuals. It's something that's nearly always forgotten about and has you scurrying around at the end of a project. Usually there's a retention value attributed to it. Finding data sheets, estimated costs, what devices went where. Take that hassle away and have access to all that information instantly. Plus have the ability to add in location drawings, attach permits to work, installed photos, whatever you want. Design Automator delivers all this. Now you have your takeoffs, you have your design ready, and you know what system you want to use.
What is next? Well, you take that information and you decide to which manufacturer you're going to use on the project and create commissioning sheets. You decide where the inputs, outputs go, select which type of readers that you're going to use, OSDP, Wiegand or Direct, and manually create those sheets. Stop. With Design Automator and at the push of a button, you can do this in a matter of minutes and saving a vast amount of time. So that's how DA can help you design, estimating, project management, software and commissioning teams. But we have found from our customers that DA can massively assist in the production of high quality documentation, output and consistency for naming conventions, etc. All this for auditing and accreditation purposes. So that's how automation makes your life simple, negates errors, provides your template format over and over again, and streamlines your business from design right the way through to project delivery and handover. Easy. For scalability, it doesn't matter, as we said earlier, whether it's 5, 50, 500 or 5,000 device system. Every step of the way you can benefit from utilising Design Automator. Equally, we have a variety of subscription packages for every type of user and every type of business, so you only pay for the elements that you use. We have also put the power of subscription management in your control, so add in, turn off and ramp up users to meet your specific project program, and more importantly, achieving your budget and in many cases, increasing profitability. Efficiency is delivered by increasing the speed in which you deploy the system, or put another way, it's reducing the amount of labour hours, typically by 38% when using DA, ensuring that everything is of high quality and avoiding errors or time-consuming manual changes, plus driving down the cost, less time, less mistakes, less abortive visits, less site time, less of a need for specialised staff, all results in a lower project cost. That is the power of Design Automator as a snapshot in its application as a design, estimating, documentation and engineering tool. But it does not end there. Imagine if it could also reduce the number of faulty devices arriving on site, cut down on configuration and setup time, and reduce waste. Even be used to achieve your environmental and sustainability needs, objectives and metrics.
This is Design to Destination, our pioneering end-to-end solution that, working in collaboration with the world-leading distributors and pre-configuration specialists, we deliver kit to site pre-tested, pre-configured, pre-packed, all utilising our smart labelling system, ready to go and having a positive effect on the environment too. Anyway, you've heard enough from me for a while, so it gives me pleasure to hand over to Phil and Susie. They're going to run you through a short video that explains how we achieve this.
Did you know, with Design Automator, it is possible to streamline the delivery and configuration of security equipment with pre-tested, pre-configured, and pre-programmed devices that come ready for installation? This is Design to Destination, reducing the need to go to site. Everyone wants to put their best foot forward when it comes to delivering projects on time and within budget. However, scoping and pricing of projects can often be time-consuming and tedious. Locating all the components on the floor plans and avoiding design errors only increases your labor hours. But thanks to Design Automator, the project fulfillment process can be a lot easier. Now, when you obtain notification of a project, Design Automator enables you to simply define all configuration parameters easily and quickly, then sends an encrypted file directly to your distribution partner. The Design Automator distribution partners verify the encrypted information, then continue with the design to destination process. The specified equipment is configured and programmed to client standards. They are then thoroughly tested to ensure everything is in working order before shipping, thereby reducing programming by 38% and on-site activities by 65%, thanks to our automation process. The distribution partner repacks the equipment into biodegradable wrapping and utilizing Design Automator's smart labeling, then sends it directly to you for a stress-free install. The design to destination process recycles its source up to 95% of packaging, as well as providing 45% reduction in delivered volume, saving valuable space and truck rolls. With Design to Destination, you can benefit from savings on time, labor, and waste. Contact Design Automator today to learn how Design to Destination can be of benefit to you and your business.
Well, hopefully that little teaser has given you a better insight around our Design to Destination solution. At this point, I've been obviously chatting along for quite a while now, but it really thrills me to introduce the next section. So you've heard, and I've said all about what DA can do and its capabilities, but what better than our customers and users of the tool and their own words on how it can help them with their business achieve better goals, drive efficiency, and simplifying design of security solutions. I'd now like to hand over to our partners.
Hi, I'm Steve Kenny from IFSEC Communications, and today I'd like to share my thoughts on Design Automator. Firstly, what a fantastic platform this is when we consider the value that it brings to organisations that are utilising their offering. And if we're being honest, it's probably an industry first, especially when we consider the accuracy and the consistency in regards to the designs that Design Automator is offering out in regards to specifications. And I do appreciate that this is only a small part of the potential capabilities of Design Automator. But for organisations like IFSEC Communications, we essentially see this as a great third-party platform that is delivering an accurate and efficient experience when organisations are looking to utilise the full extent of the IFSEC portfolio. And for us, this platform, it quickly updates the latest releases of IFSEC technologies, which is really important to people that are looking to specify, install, and maintain these systems. And a real benefit that we see through the capabilities of Design Automator is the ability to configure IFSEC equipment into well-established IFSEC partners such as Genetec and Milestone, just to name a few. So there's lots of great potential here, and something that IFSEC are incredibly proud of to working with and to share our offering with. Thank you.
Design Automator is a huge part of our business DNA when it comes to automation. As a customer-centric and results-driven business, DA allows us to output consistent data effectively and efficiently to our clients, as well as streamlining our design and deployment capabilities.
Design Automator streamlines our entire project process, beginning with the system design drawings. These allow us to demonstrate the proposed system capabilities to our clients and the infrastructure required, in turn enabling us to produce a hardware bill of materials that all together optimises the entire bid design process. From there, Design Automator can produce system wiring schematics and commissioning documentation that simplifies the design handover to our engineers and the compilation of our O&M manuals.
Hi, my name's Dan Merrick, Strategic Account Manager here at Genetec, and it's my pleasure just to say a few words about Design Automator. So we've been working with the team there now for around about 2 years. And during that time, DA have developed an integration with our Security Center unified platform. And that focuses on both our Omnicast video module, but also our Synergist access control module too. But the real value here is for our installer and systems integrator partners, those that are out delivering and deploying Genetec systems. And Design Automator really just simplifies that whole design process and also automates all of the configuration as well. And that's whether that be for cameras or for doors. So really it's just not only is it speeding up that process and making that more efficient, but it's also allowing them to do that correctly as well. So ultimately it means that by combining Genetec with Design Automator, we have not only happy installers and integrators, but also very happy end user customers too. So a big thank you to the DA team and good luck.
Here at LMG, we supply and install large and complex security systems. Traditionally, our engineering teams have relied heavily on manual processes to take the design information from multiple sources and collate it for the project delivery. However, 3 years ago, we were introduced to Design Automator, and we could see the potential straight away. It gave us a platform to put all of our information into a single source for the project delivery teams. The result has been that our delivery is now consistent and accurate and much more efficient. We would highly recommend the use of Design Automator for anyone delivering these type of systems.
We're really proud to work with Design Automator as a milestone certified technology partner. It's great to see new innovation and technology coming into our industry. It offers our partners both efficient and consistent design, whether working on a single site or a multiple site rollout. Just recently, we were working on a project and myself and the client were genuinely blown away with the amount of time that we saved during installation because we were using Design Automator for that process.
So that is a brief overview as to how automation can change the security industry for the better, streamlining, delivering value, and providing an error-free, sustainable, and cost-effective solution in the way that we design and deliver security solutions today. Please do visit our website at www.designautomator.com or check out our YouTube channel, where you'll find a comprehensive library of resources and help guide.
So thank you for your time and attention during this session. It's been a privilege to be part of it, and hopefully it's given you a bit of an overview as to Design Automator and its capabilities. Please don't hesitate to get in contact with Design Automator should you wish to book a personalised demonstration or equally see how it can optimise your business. Thank you.
Welcome back to the last of our tech talks this morning here. It's been a great morning so far, I have to say, and we're finishing off with a bang. We have Damien and Patrick joining us from Design Automator. You've probably just been watching their presentation just there. They'd like to refer to it as DA. Who knows what will come out of my mouth as we talk about it over the next 10 or so minutes, but this is an opportunity for you to put your questions to the experts behind Design Automator, find out more and ask some questions about how it might address some of your challenges that maybe you're facing wherever it is that you work. But first of all, Damien, I'll come to you and ask for anyone who maybe was late to watching the presentation just now or has come straight into the Q&A, just give us the top-down view. Give us the 45 to a minute version of what Design Automator is and what the news here today is.
Okay, thank you, David. So yeah, essentially it is a software as a solution platform that's trying to revolutionize the security industry and security design right the way through to deployment. You know, many of us now use automation technologies for our daily life, so why not in security? So again, it's been able to not only produce design drawings, but actually build the system in the background, drive efficiencies, and really utilize that in collaboration with whatever platform or system you wish to use. So we try to be as agnostic as possible and give people choices. We don't restrict choices on what devices that clients want to use, but all up it can save around 38% across the board, but in some areas, things like sustainability, if you use our design to destination platform, we can save up to 95% of waste at source. So again, you're not clearing that on site, and it has a massive impact on the environment. So yeah, it's too much to talk about, really. So it's quite difficult, but from what we've seen already in a relatively short space of time, clients are loving it, end users love it, even service and maintenance contractors love it because it provides detailed and quality outputs right off the bat.
Super, thank you very much indeed, Damien. Patrick, you've been on the Design Automator journey from the beginning, really, haven't you? Just talk to me about the importance of this cloud-based model, why that's important for the product, and about why that's important for your customers.
Sure. Thanks, Damien, as well. So we originally set out with Design Automator to solve some of the accuracy and consistency issues on deploying global projects. And for that, it was all well and good having a software system that allows you to put that that type of output together. But the important thing was to give our users the ability to access that wherever they are. So we weren't saying specifically you need to have a server installed or a piece of kit on site that you could interact with. So it seemed pretty logical for us to host that in the cloud. As you'll have seen from the video, we use a full Microsoft stack using their Azure hosted platform. So that gives us the ability to not just host the actual functionality there, but also give access to anyone across the globe. With Microsoft's entire reach, we can have servers available wherever you are.
Indeed, yes. Microsoft, I'm pretty big firm. Most people have heard of them, and a very hopefully strong and reliable platform partner for you. We've got some questions coming in on the chat already. Please do pop your questions down here for the next 6 or 7 minutes or so while we have Damien and Patrick with us. If there's a question that's already been asked and you like the look of it, then give it a thumbs up, just so that we know to prioritize that question. There's a question here that's got 3 thumbs up at the moment, and we don't pull any punches here at the Tech Talk, so I'm going to come straight out and ask, you say it's a software as a service solution. Does that mean it's a recurring monthly cost? How does the pricing structure work? Let's talk money, Damien.
Indeed, yeah, it's exactly that. It's a subscription-based model, but equally, you can actually scale it. So you can start off with an entry-level light platform, but it's a very advanced light platform, right the way through to all the bells and whistles and the pre-programming elements, and where you really get the bang for the buck. But again, everything's done via our e-commerce platform, so you can scale up, scale down, coincide it with your project program, so you pay for what you want when you need it, as opposed to being tied into a long-term contract at a higher value. So we've tried to make it as scalable as possible for people to get the value out of it. And equally, we do some sort of bespoke systems around certain manufacturers. So if you only have one, you could just pay for the one and get all the functionality out of that. So we try and make it as flexible as possible. And it starts off as small as £35 a month for a pretty sophisticated system.
Wow. Thank you very much. I hope that was a good response to your question about the pricing. And in terms of onboarding, just responding to another question here about training required to use the system and what support does DA offer this. Just talk to me about the onboarding journey when you start working with a new client. How do you ensure that transition to using your product is as smooth as possible, and that they're able to reduce that time to value gap?
Sure. I mean, again, we support as and when we can. We've got a team on hand to answer those queries and assist during the onboarding process. We've tried to make it as intuitive as possible. So we've developed a lot of videos, how-to videos that are on our website. Equally, we're embedded within the platform. There's a help area, there's guides. And as I say, it's pretty intuitive, particularly with, as I say, that entry-level system, which should need the minimum amount of support from ourselves, because it's drag, drop, and away you go. It's so simple, even I can use it. I'm not as technical as Patrick. But again, we're there to support every step of the way. And we do then have more advanced training sessions and support packages for ongoing training and updates, etc. So again, it's across the board, but it's pretty simplistic to use. Once you start using it and getting familiar with it, you can get a lot out of it. But if you want to start getting to the more advanced features, then we do recommend that you go through the accredited training programs.
And Patrick, in terms of, we were talking about how this is a journey that you've been on since the very beginning here with Design Automator. In terms of feedback with your user base and improved functionality, or maybe any gaps, any specific cases where your customers might go, I would love to be able to do this thing. I would love it to integrate with this thing. I can't do that at the moment. Have you found that that's something that you've been able to respond to and been able to engage in that dialogue with your client base?
Yeah, absolutely. As I sort of mentioned to you earlier, David, the journey of Design Automator has come from back in 2015, where it was simply a PowerShell script to solve a particular issue, all the way through to the full-featured software as a service platform we have right now. And that evolution has been a direct result of customer feedback in the early days internally, but also lately our external clients who are asking for things that we're not able to think of because we can only think of so many things. So we have a very close relationship and feedback with those clients, and we're never shy at taking on board that constructive criticism or feature requests and putting them in the roadmap. So today you'll see a whole host more functionality than what we originally started with, and as I said, that is a direct result of having that feedback to go in and plug those holes where our clients find them.
Good stuff. Thank you very much indeed, Patrick. We're almost out of time. You want to fire away any final questions? We might be able to kind of slip them under the net before we close the doors. A question at the top of the pile here at the moment, and this is probably one for you, Damien, and I think it reflects some points that you touched on right at the beginning. You mentioned improving sustainability. How does Design Automator help with improving sustainability?
Yeah, I mean, equally, we've worked with partners not only around reducing the amount of waste that goes to site, so we debox and put things into biodegradable packing, but significantly reducing what turns up on site by around 45%. But equally reducing the need for engineers to go to site, because a lot of what you can do is over the air. So for its sake, your engineer doesn't have to be stuck in traffic, drive into the city, pay parking, even less aborted visits. So again, the other knock-on effect from that is, we're complying with social distancing in this current climate as well. But when you look at it from cradle to grave, less truck rolls, less wastage, less time needed on site to deploy. That all has a positive effect on sustainability and the impact on the environment.
Indeed, less is more. Speaking of less, I'm afraid we are out of time. We have no time for any more questions. I will give you an opportunity to wrap up, though, Damien and Patrick, by saying if people would like to reach out to you, get in touch, find out how Design Automator might be able to work for their needs, what is the best route for them to do so?
Yeah, there's a link, or there's a contact us link on our website, which is just www.designautomator.com. My phone number's on there, just reach out, come on to us, and we're always happy to provide demos. And again, as I said, there's always a plethora of information on our YouTube channel, so have a look at it first, and then absolutely give us a call. Be happy to help show through a demonstration.
Good stuff. Thank you very much indeed, both, for joining us today. Wish you all the very best of luck for the future of Design Automator. Look forward to seeing that in person one day. And speaking of in person, a quick reminder that we'll be hosting many more tech talks at Connect 2021, which takes place online from the 1st to the 30th of June, but also as effective as online events like these tech talks certainly have been, and it's been a delight to be with you on this journey over the last however many months it is or so. I'm certainly itching to getting back to meeting people face to face, which is why we're very excited that IFSEC International and FireX International will be taking place in person at the Excel Centre, our old stomping ground, from the 12th to the 14th of July in London. You can find out much more. Just head to the IFSEC Global website, where you'll see lots more information on how to reserve your place, about all the steps that we're taking to make sure it is nice and COVID safe for everyone attending. So they are the tech talks for this morning. Again, thank you very much to Damien and Patrick for a rousing send-off for our morning. Thank you very much. Hope to see you again in person or at Connect 2021 in June. But for now, bye-bye.